Okay, gonna shoot a quick video documenting the damage. This address is 1148 Mariner K Drive. This is your adjuster's vehicle right there. So I'm just gonna shoot a video of the damage that's documented to the roof. Again, the address is 1148 Mariner K Drive in Haines City, Florida. The homeowner's name is, I believe, her first name is Susie or Susan. So just gonna shoot a video just showing you the condition of this roof. So if you see the roof here, you can just kind of see how it's age, wear and tear. You can see exposed fiberglass. You can see like the brittleness, the dark spots all over the roof, the granular loss. So that's just the condition of the roof, and I'm pointing that out because this roof cannot be repaired. With the amount of wind damage found and the hail impacts found, this roof cannot be repaired because it's too brittle, and you could just see like the dark spots all over the roof. So we're right here on the right slope. On the right slope, we found about 11 to 12 indications of wind damage, and then we found about 13 hail impacts inside of a test square. So you can just kind of see, you know, the crease going across there. This one is really creased, lifting. Same thing here. See the creasing going all the way across there. And if you look underneath here, you can see the rusted nail heads. There's no mat transfer underneath there. There's no double creasing on these shingles. So that's how we know it's legitimate wind damage. Consistent, no double creasing on these shingles, no mat transfer underneath there. Creasing going across the top. Same thing there. So just a quick overview. See the creasing going across the top of there. Same thing here. Oh, nail heads starting to rust, no mat transfer, no double creasing. So that's how we know it's legitimate wind damage. So it's a ton of wind damage on this right slope. And then did a test square right here just to document the hail. You can see the hail impacts in there. And how we know it's hail is because you can see the indenture, but then it's still asphalt in between the hail impact. It's not granular loss or age wear and tear or blistering, because it's the impact, and then you can still see the asphalt there. So that's how we know it's hail damage. So ton of hail damage on this roof, ton of wind damage, and this is the right slope. And like I said, you can see the brittleness. So this is the right slope. This house is really like only two slopes. So on this right slope, it cannot be repaired. It has to be fully replaced because of the brittleness and the amount of wind damage and the amount of hail damage on this roof. So this right slope is not repairable. We'll move to the left slope. On the left slope, I didn't find any hail, but I did find wind damage. You can just kind of see the angle of the roof. It's a very small slope here, so it looked like the wind blew that way because it's affected this slope and that slope. And then, like I said, wind damage on both slopes. So on this slope, we found 10 indications of wind damage. Same thing here. You see that creasing going across that shingle. No mat transfer, no double creasing, so it's legitimate wind damage. Same thing here. You can see that creasing going across there all the way down. Same thing here. See that crease line going across. Same thing here. See that crease line going across, all the way across there. Same thing, crease line going across. Same thing here, crease line going across. Same thing. More here. See that crease line going across the top of there. Same thing here. Like, actually, like, that one's probably going to break off because it's a really deep crease. More wind damage here. And again, you can just see the condition, the brittleness of this roof. So this roof is not repairable. It cannot be repaired. It has to be fully replaced. We've got about 10 to 11 wind damage shingles on the left slope. And then on the right slope, we have hail impacts all over the roof. And we have wind damage on this right slope. So I'll send you guys this video but with my assessment, the amount of wind damage and the brittleness of this shingle, exposed fiberglass, stuff like that. This roof cannot be repaired. It has to be fully replaced.